If you are trying to get your SellerAmp set up, you don't know what settings to use, what ROI calculations to use, and you just want help and guidance, I literally just shot a video going over my exact SellerAmp settings, how to set it up, what it looks like, so how to set it up in SellerAmp, and then how it will look like on Amazon when you were reviewing products. It took me a couple of years to figure out the best layout for my business and what I want to see. So if you're interested in getting my settings exactly, this video is for you. Let me know what you guys think in the comments and enjoy the video. All right, so I'm gonna go over my SellerAmp settings. This is the screen. So if you want to get to this screen, you're gonna go to the My Account page and you're going to hit settings and it should pull this up. Might look a little different depending on maybe they change it or whatnot, but all this stuff is pre-filled out for you when you set up. If you need a free trial of the SellerAmp to try this out, there will be a link down below, or you could just head to the tools I use to run my Amazon business, and there is a PDF with all the tools I use. So I'm gonna walk you through kind of the way I have everything set up. I'm not sure how this comes when you are first signed up, but all you have to do is move these up and down. So you could literally just copy it in order, however you want. So that is that. And then I'll show you what it looks like over here and kind of how those line up. So first off, I'm a US seller, so I do not pay attention to this. So this is VAT. This is, I think, the equivalent to like sales tax in the UK. So don't need to worry about that. My buying criteria, maximum BSR, I have nothing set here minimum. For maximum, I have this just set to 2%. It depends on what level you are as a seller, but this basically tells you if you want to highlight over, this kind of tells you exactly what each of these means if you want more kind of in-depth analysis. So this is just saying the maximum bestseller rank requirement. So basically this is a top 2% product. So that's the maximum. Minimum profit I have set for $3 and minimum ROI I have set to 30%. You could definitely play around with these numbers. I'm shooting more for 40% with a $5 minimum profit, but I just like to keep it very loose and open, especially if I'm going through stuff and, I want to stop and think about it, because sometimes I have it set this way because the buy box could be rotating at a higher price, and I kind of don't want to eliminate information or potential products if the buy box is rotating higher. Additional costs. So this is going to differ for everyone. So for this, I have a prep center. So my prep fee is $1. So what SellerAmp is going to do, every product I look at, and I promise this will make more sense in like a minute or two once we head over here, and I'll show you what all this looks like. Because that's what I pay for prep. So SellerAmp is going to add $1 to every item I look at into the profitability calculation, because I have to pay $1, which is great because that's something I don't have to think about. If you are prepping yourself, you're going to want to remove this fee right here, and you're going to want to do miscellaneous fee. And you're going to put in here for the miscellaneous fee whatever tax you are going to pay. For me, I live in Pennsylvania, and I think the sales tax is 6%. So I pay tax 6% on everything. The only caveat to this is there are categories where you don't pay sales tax in. So just kind of keep that in mind. Maybe that would just be a bonus. So for example, in Pennsylvania, you don't pay tax on groceries. So if I was looking at grocery products and was prepping myself, that would kind of be, SellerAmp would be adding an additional 6% onto the buy cost when that is not the case. So just know that. I would probably, it's better to be safe than sorry. So I'd put in 6% here. Then if I'm looking at a grocery item in my head, I would know like, well, I'm not going to pay tax on that. So I have 6% to play around with. So that is that. I have 40 cents per pound. Calculated. So for every pound, I'm assuming it's going to cost me $40 or 40 cents to ship to Amazon. That is kind of a little high, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. Inbound placement setting I have set to Amazon Optimize Splits. I don't have this turned on, use peak storage fees, because we are not in that season. You can turn this on come Q4 or whenever they're gonna bump up the fees. Default settings, ranked price, I have current, buybacks analysis, 90 days, FBM cost. I don't really do FBM, so I don't worry about that. Storage time, I just put 1 month. Local fulfillment, FBA. Custom ROI calculator, 30. And then down here, top offers or search results, yes. Keep us search results, yes. Show profit, yes. So you guys could just mimic this, turn these on and off. Tags, I don't really use. I use sheets instead. So we're not really gonna go over that in this video. So then this is the S panel. So basically this is what the panel is going to look like. So this is what we're configuring over here. And I've spent a lot of time messing around with this, going back and forth, what I want, what I don't want, and I've messed around with this, but this has kind of been the best setup for me, and I'll walk you through that now. So move these around, you could just move them up and down however you want. So depending on how they have it set up, if you want, I will take like 20 seconds here. So just to walk through this so you guys can move it accordingly if you want to mimic what I have. So I have quick info, alerts, rank and prices, offers, Keepa, lookup details, Google Sheet configuration. If you guys want to see the spreadsheet that I use for my business and get a copy of that, I'll include a link down to a video below showing you exactly how I set mine up and all that good stuff. And you could literally just get the document or the spreadsheet for your own business. I have notes and tags, profit calculator, charts. Variations I don't use because I just do that on Keepa. Discount percentage, I don't really use because I have a spreadsheet for that. Arbitrage Hero, I don't use, so I don't use any of this stuff. Seller Central integration, search again, and then you have ROI, and then buy box analysis. So that's what we have. So let's see what that kind of looks like. Just wanted to take a quick break to let you know I launched a school community called Advanced Arbitrage Tactics. I'd love to have you in there. We have a online arbitrage crash course, has about 15 videos, how you get started, a community of awesome people. We literally just did a back to school call, how to crush back to school, showed you exactly how to find back to school products using Keepa, all this other stuff. There's a bunch of other guides in there. Community, we do bi-weekly calls, Q&A, all that stuff. If you are interested, there will be a link below, and I hope to see you inside the school. So you'll see here how that matches up. Let me see if I can just grab this screen and go side by side. So you'll see here you have quick info, alerts, rank and prices. So as you move this stuff up and down, this is how the chart will kind of go for you. And I'm gonna open all these tabs for you now so we could see what they mean. So why do I have it set up like this? So for me personally, this is just how I like to view it. So when I come on to a product first, I want to see the quick info and see exactly what I'm looking at currently. So hold on, let me pause this video and get rid of something. All right, wanted to get rid of that V. So what I like to see first is the quick info. Is this even profitable before I kind of dig into more stuff? I usually have all these panels open. I just closed them for the video. So basically, I don't think you could get this for $15, just using this as an example though. So if I could get this for $15, I see I'm making $7 profit. My ROI is 51% on this. My break-even price is $25. So I like to see, hey, has this ever been $25? It hasn't, so that gives me a little assurance. So first off, I just want to see if this is profitable. You have the alerts up here. This will kind of show you if something's private label or there might be an IP issue or something like that. So you could kind of see some quick results there. The next panel, so right away, if this isn't profitable, I'm not even going to bother scrolling down to look into this stuff. Next one is alert. So eligibility. So if this is profitable, I want to know right away, hey, am I eligible to sell this? Is this hazmat? Is it dangerous goods? I don't do really hazmat or dangerous goods, so I like to see that right away. So this is just kind of like things that pop up real quick to be like, okay, it's not a meltable. I could sell it. It's not hazmat. It's not dangerous goods. Amazon sells the buy box, possibly. I usually just dig into the keep a buy box stats to figure that out. Is a private label, just kind of like saying no IP issues. So these are just all kind of touch points. So if this is $15, then I see the alerts, no issues for me and my account. So I'm good to go to the next one. And it's just kind of, that's how I set this up logically, is like, I want to see, hey, is this profitable? Yes, it's profitable. Am I eligible to sell this? Is it hazmat? I'm just kind of going through logically. I used to have these all over the place and have to scroll all the way down and do all that stuff. So I'm trying to avoid that for you guys. Next up, rank and pricing. So it's kind of showing you the BSR. It's showing you the buy box. Amazon, you can see lowest FBM. You can see the keep it, BSR drops, all this stuff. So these are kind of digging a little deeper into the data. If you wanted to see kind of the buy box statistics and the rank in the last 90 days, the last 180 days, I just kind of like scrolling around through that just to kind of see how consistent is this. 30 days, the price has been 35, 180, it's been 34. So obviously pretty consistent. Some other products, you'd see this jumping around. Then next is the offers. So these are all the offers that are on Amazon currently. So it looks like there's only 3 FBM sellers and the rest is Amazon. If this was a different kind of listing, actually maybe I will open another listing for you guys so you could kind of see it in real time, what that might look like. Let's go women summer tops. Let's just see. Actually, scrap that. We'll just do Nike socks. So this will load up here. This has to load. It should load. A little laggy. See, it's loading all the sellers. So I usually have this on Prime only because I sell FBA. I don't really do FBM. So these are all the people that are selling this or on the listing. And you can kind of see how many reviews they have, kind of their storefront. If you wanted to reverse stock them, you could just open that up. But I'm typically looking at the Prime only offers because I want to see exactly what the Prime pricing is, what is going on. So that also, you could see here, plays a role when you're looking at this. So the 180, it's the buy box was, so the average in the last 80 days was 28. Right now the average is 27. Last 90 was 27. So you could comfortably be like, yeah, this is selling between 27 and 28. And then you have all time and it's saying 29. So that's kind of how that works. So it's nice to kind of see all of that. I like to see that. Keepa, this, I just kind of keep that here. This is more for when you're kind of reverse sourcing using SellerAmp inside of SellerAmp. So I just have that there to kind of see it. You can kind of change it, but I'm really going by this Keepa chart. If I'm down this far along in the process, I am definitely interested in this product. So I will go through the Keepa chart myself and go through there. Lookup details. So this is you looking up the product. So this shows your history. So I like to see this because it would be like, oh, I looked at this on March 17th, 2022, April 12th, 2022, and then today. So it's just kind of nice. If I do decide to buy something, I usually put the URL in here. So then I have a whole history, and if I deem this profitable, I could see if there's a link somewhere in here that I bought it at that price. So usually at this point, if I'm interested, I'm dropping the URL in here. I'm going to hit save. And then the next part of this is to add it to a spreadsheet. So this is kind of the spreadsheet that I have set up for my business. These are just for demos and stuff like that, but I like a buy sheet, an out of stock sheet, good for sales, and then good stuff for Black Friday and holiday. So that's kind of my logic. It makes no sense for me to have this further up because unless it's checking all these boxes and I'm interested, it's not getting added to one of these sheets. And then you have notes and tags. So sometimes I'll add a note. So I'll put a note down here and you could tag that. Note, like good for Black Friday. And then you could literally save that and then put it to a sheet if you want to. Profit calculator, I don't really use that much because I use it up here. This is just kind of like a check. Sometimes if you want to see everything to make sure your numbers are kind of in line, this just kind of shows you all of that. And then you kind of have the charts here. This is just kind of another kind of Keepa integration-ish. Don't really look at that much. Seller Central, you have the option to add a product, inventory, orders. Don't really use that much. And then the thing that I will pull up every once in a while is kind of the ROI calculator. Basically, this is just showing you at, let's just put, I'll just say we get these for $5. Oops. All right. So if you look down here, if you scroll all the way down here, you'll see if you paid what your profit would be based on that. And you can kind of just gauge what your profit would be. Sometimes we'll use this for kind of like break even stuff. So it's just like, oh, it's 0%. If I got $14 for this, I'd make $0. So it just gives you kind of an idea if you're trying to ballpark what you could and maybe get for this. Or we're like, oh, what would it be if I only made 10% on this? You'd make 50%. So that is kind of how I have it set up. For my business, I just have been using it this way for a long time. Again, I could probably get rid of some of this stuff below if I'm not using it, but I just kind of keep it on. This is how I've been using it. I hope you found that helpful. Again, if you want free trial SellerAmp, there'll be a link down below. If you want to see how I get my spreadsheets, I will link down below to that as well. And if you want help growing your Amazon business and a community of people, consider joining Advanced Arbitrage. We do bi-weekly calls in there. You could ask questions. You could ask me anything. I do a bunch of coaching and teaching in there, and people seem to really love it. There'll be a link down below for that as well. Like, subscribe, all that stuff, and I will see you guys in the next video.